This is the Honda ADV 160 Road Sim. Ayon kay Honda, sa sub 200cc category, ito ang SUV ng mga motor.
Ako po si Kimoto, and reviewing this bike with us is Sudden Turn.
And welcome to another Ikimoto presentation.
Smooth and predictable power delivery, addictive handling and stability, impressive fuel efficiency on a 157cc scooter,
And undeniably, pogi. Yung motor. Gagambang lalaki mo pag minaneo mo to.
Sa 160 lineup ni Honda, yung Click 160 ang pinakamabilis. Sa PCX 160 naman pinakapanatag ka sa cornering at high speed.
At dito naman sa ADV 160, authoritative yung ride mo. May psychological effect siya na parang hindi scooter ang dala mo pero walang cambio.
Sa tatlong scooters na nabanggit, the ADV 160 does not give you the quickest acceleration and the fastest top speed. This might also not give you the best banking experience among the three, pero mag-e-enjoy ka pa rin sa acceleration, speed, and cornering capability niya. You can definitely find happiness in the corners.
The more you ride it, the more it urges you for another ride.
Clearly, kung ang purpose mo ay magmaneho ng 100 punyeta na parang pag-aari mo ang pampublikong kalsada at mandamay ng iba kapag nasemplang ka, this bike is not for you.
This bike's too pretty to drop. Tsaka ano yung sinasabi nila na mabagal to? Hindi ko nilalahat ha, pero ang pinakamadalas magsabi na mabagal to ay yung mga iniiwan lang ng Honda Click.
Aray ka!
May satisfying G-force siya when accelerating at low to mid RPM. Pero pinakaramdam ang kayod niya from 6,500 to 8,500 RPM. Mas noticeable nga lang yung vibration sa RPM range na yon. Thankfully, di naman umaabot sa puntong magkakos ng fatigue yung vibrations niya.
The layout of the left control panel is peculiar, or rather unique.
You have this multifunction button which can be toggled up, down, left, and right. May dedicated button din to turn the HSTC on and off.
Wala kang makikitang dedicated button to switch between high beam and low beam kasi integrated na siya sa passing switch.
Ganito kapag gagamitin mo siya as passing light. At kapag gusto mong magstay siya sa high beam, itutulak mo siya pabuka.
This scooter is begging for mini driving lights. Bukod sa mahina yung headlight niya, nakakalat yung buga niya into random patterns.
Okay lang sana na mahina ang headlight basta concentrated at hindi sabog yung buga niya. I really wish magkaroon ng improvement ang stock headlights ng mga motor na lumalabas dito sa Pilipinas. Yung horn button naman, malayo sa resting position ng hinlalaki mo. Okay lang sana kung kasinlaki niya yung horn button ng Click 125. Kaso maliit eh.
I've been riding this bike for a month. Pero may mga instances pa rin na nakalagpas na ako dun sa bubusinahan ko bago ko pa mapindot yung busina. Slow learner siguro talaga ako, no?
Dahil sa magandang ergonomics ng ADV, tatagal ka sa long ride without accumulating a distracting amount of fatigue kaya relaxing ang ride mo. The suspensions are stiff enough for immersive cornering but soft enough to eliminate the minor road imperfections.
Nung mismong launching ng ADV 160 Road Sync, Heto ang first impression ni Iki sa rear suspension.
Matagtag siya, guys. Ewan ko lang pero parang mas matagtag to kaysa sa previous version.
Pero ako, nagagandahan ako sa talbog niya. At si Iki rin, nagagandahan na ngayon. Hindi namin alam kung may binago ba sila sa settings ng rear suspension.
O baka dahil may nauna nang gumamit ng motor na to bago mapunta sa amin, baka nahilot na.
Idagdag mo pa yung eksaktong lambot ng upuan. You can spend hours and hours of riding na walang nararamdamang signs of aging. Tapos, malawak pa yung underseat compartment.
Kapag naglagay ka pa ng top box, higit pa to sa pagiging pasado as a travel bike.
Speaking of top box, ito nga pala ang smart top box ni Honda.
The top box is just a typical box but tougher. Napakabigat ng karga ko pero wala siyang kaalog-alog. Not so smart. What's smart is the base plate. It works with the remote key. Kapag nadedetect ng proximity sensor ng motor yung remote key at pinindot mo yung button sa ilalim ng base plate, gagana tong actuator na to. Hihilayin niya yung latch sa dulo ng base plate na susundot naman sa latch sa ilalim ng top box. Kapag nasundot na yon, bubukas na yung box. For additional safety, gagana lang ang actuator sa base plate kapag hindi naka-on yung ignition ng motor.
Kung may masiselan kayong electronic equipments, I suggest sa top box nyo ilagay kasi 12:1 ang compression ratio ng motor na to.
At mainit ang singaw ng mga engines na may mataas na compression ratio. Which means, kapag naglagay ka ng harina sa loob ng compartment, tinapay na siya pagkatapos ng long ride. The Honda Road Sync used to be a feature only found in their big bikes. Kaya nakakatuwa na unti-unti na rin nilang idinadagdag ang feature na to sa small displacement.
The on-screen turn-by-turn navigation works like a charm. Yung na-encounter kong inaccuracy sa PCX Road Sync, hindi ko naranasan dito. Depende siguro sa cellular signal.
Despite having a single channel ABS, the brakes perform really well. Yes, single channel pa rin.
Pero hindi yun big deal sa akin kasi kahit may ABS ang minamaneho kong motor, namembreno pa rin ako na parang wala siyang ABS. Disiplina pa rin ang pinaka-epektibong safety feature.
Pero in my opinion, sa presyo niya, it definitely deserves a dual channel ABS.
Medyo maingay yung CVT area. May kakaibang magaspang na tunog na nanggagaling sa belt niya.
The dual sport tires can take on general dirt roads and gravel roads, as long as the surface is not loose. 90-10 tires lang to 90% road, 10% off-road.
Di naman kasi dirt bike to Dinala lang natin siya dito just for the sake of
The HSTC is well calibrated. Pero sa ganitong klase ng terrain, hindi natin siya kailangan.
Sa ganitong terrain, the skids on the rear wheel when braking are fun, especially during turns. Mas feel na feel mo yung off-road. Pero yung mga hindi planadong kaskas at dulas kapag kailangan mo ng kapit are freaking scary. As the surface becomes more loose, the unwanted slides get wilder.
But that's acceptable kasi pang light off-road lang naman to. Dito na pumapasok yung limitations ng dual sport tires ng ADB.
Naniniwala ako that you can ride off-road even with 90-10 tires. But since you're running a risk, you have to handle the bike with extra care. Huwag mo siyang tratuhing dirt bike.
Just because you can, doesn't mean you should.
Hindi lang naman kasi gulong ang limitations nito Though mataas ang ground clearance nito compared to other scooters, mababa pa rin to kung off-road ang pag-uusapan. Limited din yung suspension travel ng ADV para sa off-road. At kailangan ng rear suspension ng mas mabagal na rebound para mas panatag ang pagtumbok mo sa mga obstacles.
Kahit ADB ang pangalan niya, I think we all agree that this is not a proper adventure bike. This is just an adventure-inspired scooter.
Ano yun? May adventure sa pangalan pero hindi pang adventure?
Gaya nga na sinabi ko dati sa isang lumang video ko, kanya-kanya tayo ng definition sa salitang adventure. Adventure can be anything that's fun, immersive, and exciting.
Adventure is not only limited to this. Adventure can also be this, or this.
Sa paglibot namin sa Pangasinan at Nueva Ecija gamit tong motor na to, I would say that the pavement is where this scooter really shines. Dito na-emphasize yung premium experience mo sa kanya. Riding this bike at a cruising speed while enjoying the corners and immersing with the scenery of nature is the true definition of a chill ride.
At kung papipiliin ako ng small displacement na motor para maghugas ng kaluluwa sa isang mahabang ride, I would go with the ADV 160 Road Sync.
Power, fuel efficiency, looks, and comfort. I always love the mix and balance of everything.
You have to be mindful when parking on inclined surfaces kasi wala siyang parking brake o brake lock.
Naisip ko lang, buti pa yung Honda Beat may brake lock, diba?
Well, hindi naman siya deal breaker, but it's still something to point out.
It's not perfect, but it ticks all the boxes on my checklist. It has everything I prefer to have on a travel bike.
Hindi rin ito yung pang zombie apocalypse na motor na gaya ng nai-imagine ng iba na pambakbakan at madadala mo kahit saan.
This scooter walks a fine line between being tough and being fragile. And that line is respecting its limitations.
The Honda ADV Road Sync offers one of the best riding experiences on a small displacement, no doubt. Pasado ba siya para sa titulong SUV ng mga small displacement na motor? You be the judge.
A few years ago, binuksan ng predecessor nito na ADV 150 ang pintuan para sa adventure-inspired scooter category dito sa Pilipinas.
And since then, the market in this category blew up and just kept on growing. Pero kahit kaliwat kanan ng mga nagsusulputang motor ngayon na ganito ang tema mula sa iba't ibang brands,
The Honda ADV 160 still remains on top of the game. Honda is Honda.